You want to know how you can export CapCut shorts very easily and quickly using long form content. This is obviously without using the CapCut's AI feature. So in this video, this is exactly what I'm going to show you. So first things first, what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this video here from my YouTube channel. I already have this loaded up onto CapCut, so let's jump straight on over to CapCut. So as you can see here, I have my videos done like this, that obviously my face is down the bottom right. I obviously show on the desktop, and you want to kind of create shorts based on this. For most people, what ends up happening is you turn it into this and you can't really see it, for one, and obviously what ends up happening is you try to extend it, you can't really get it all into the frame that you're looking to get it into, and again it just becomes really hard. So I'm going to show you how we're going to structure this first on the frame, and then obviously show you how we're going to export each individual section to have your own individual short. So right, so what we want to do here is we want to, first thing is duplicate the actual sound, the entire clip, get rid of the audio of it, and then go back to the bottom clip down here again. And all I'm going to do here is focusing fully on trying to get, minimize that one, fully on trying to get myself in the screen as much as I can. So this, normally you have to bring it up fairly high percentage here, and we just keep going to the full 500. And with that, all I do is put it up here. And the next step is we view the other screen, and from there we can just bring it out a bit bigger, try and catch as much of the screen as possible. So this is the actual setup you will have. If we can move this a little bit more. So this is pretty much the setup we have. And what I do then is I merge both of these, compound them into individual clips. Again, just keeps it easier for me to kind of structure and manage things. So now we have our short. As I said, I'm focusing here at this moment in time, obviously here on the middle page. And again, when you go through it, you'll see sections of this that you want to keep. There's other sections that you don't want. So with that then, our next step is obviously getting into editing. So you have two options here. You can obviously go through each individual one, edit. I like to do this, is bring down your, and all I do then is just extend the text box right out. So it keeps the style throughout the entire video for me. And export shorts. This is just going to be a title for to have on the top of the short. So why I like it like this is it helps with click-through rates when you actually have your shorts. So these can be your actual thumbnail, I suppose, covers technically. If you wanted it like this, obviously if you want extra thumbnails on it, you can of course change it. So what we want to do here is background, and we're changing it to red, then change the text to white. So now we can slap that in the middle of it, extend it out a little bit, put up our YouTube shorts information. So now you can see straight away potentially where things can go. So the next step is, what you want to do is actually make your short. So for this, what I'm going to do is quickly go through just how I go about doing it. So you can see here at the beginning of the video, I'm obviously talking about the group thing, and I have an effect come in here with a video. We obviously don't want that in it. Now you have two options here. Option one is you can import the original video that you had here, or you can just change this text that shows up on this section if you want to, which I do regularly. But if you want to just obviously ignore it completely, you can ignore it and just skip right past it. So you can see here, I'll just quickly play it. So this is one short that I actually would look at using. Make the timeline a bit bigger, and from there that is pretty much where I go. So all I'm doing here is Control B. The reason I edit the text up here, because this is going to allow me now to change the actual text very quickly without having to go through all the hassle of changing the format and stuff like that. So we put this in, the three tools that I use, reduce the spacing a little bit because it looks a bit weird, and then again we just scroll on to wherever I want it. And normally what I do is focus on is the sound here. If there's a big change in sound, more than likely is like the start of a whole new sentence or something like that. So all I do is go to around here, and that's it. So technically this is my first short already made here. Now the next step here is I will compound this clip again, but what I want to do is you want to add a little bit more to it. So if you wanted to add stickers, we can just add something here to point down to it. And obviously it's already mentioned it, so we'll delete that one out of it. Next, what we want to do maybe is add some captions. So for captions, it is going to do the captions for the entire video. So if you have the CapCut Pro, it's obviously really easy to do this. Just click the button up the top, captions, it's going to generate your options. But you can see here now what's happening is you're turning your content into shorts. But the key thing is, because you're using the picture down the bottom right, it sometimes can be really hard in actually generating shorts. But with this entire method, you can do it probably in about 20 minutes from start to finish, as long as you follow the simple setup and guide the way I done it. And what I'm going to do is, hopefully when these finish, is export this short to show you how you do it on the one clip without actually having to go and re-upload and restart and all that. So now that obviously you can see our captions have been put into it, all I do then is quickly change it around. So I'm just going to pick one that I tend to use regularly and move it up a small bit. And that is pretty much it. That's your short here. Obviously it's a little bit harder to see there, but that's pretty much your short ready. You can see here it has all the information in it. Structure the video. We keep as much of the content as we can, which is massive help obviously, because you want to have as much of the content clearly seen. It is very hard to turn horizontal videos into shorts, especially when you're showing yourself and the desktop, but I found this is probably one of the best ways to do it. So last thing I would do here then is, when I'm going through the video, just to keep things simple, I highlight this entire section, turn around, create compound clip. So this just keeps everything in there now that the video is pretty much ready to go. And all you do, you don't need to delete anything else. You just right click on it, export selected clips, and name it whatever it is. It's going to export it for you, and within a few minutes, I suppose, it pretty much exports the entire clip for you. But your timeline is still open there. You still have the ability to obviously make edits to different clips and go through your entire long form video to make your changes. Again, it's just super easy. So again, look, if we wanted here and we wanted to start another short in around here, we pretty much have the option then again to do the exact same thing. All you end up doing is changing the text on this one to new short. And this is why I like keeping the timeline, having the text element the whole way across it, because now it allows me to do it. Obviously my captions are already done for the entire video. They're already located where I want them, and pretty much compound this clip again. And lo and behold, you have it again, that you can just right click, export it again. That's your next short. And you can do this throughout your entire video, and very quickly you can turn it into turn your long form into shorts. So again, look, if you're interested in learning more about this and how I go about doing this, I have an AI app that pretty much scans my entire videos, and from there it generates the best timestamps based on obviously the transcript, and then that allows me to generate the shorts much quicker, so I can just jump quickly to whatever the timestamp is, copy and cut it, and pretty much edit it out and export it from there. So you can turn your long form content, especially if it's about 10 minutes long, into probably 6 or 7 shorts very easily, that you can use on every single social platform. They're all perfectly fitting for it, and keeping all the key information in your video. So look, thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.